で、ここが怪しい倉庫、隠し倉庫みたいなところが入ってみようと。これは変装してたら正面から入れるのかな。入れる。したらば入ってみまして、でサーチ探してみましょうと。なんかある。はいよっ。望遠鏡的な。
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic nor impure therein. They're nothing but measuring instruments.
まあ公開技術っていうか、星とかから、まあ多分今話してたんですけど、星の位置から方角を探るとかのそういう技術がノーツしか持ってないってやつかな。
I've never seen anything like this. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
海の深さを測るもの的なと。
And that. It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine. Does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
天気とか風を見るもの的な。で、大体見たんじゃないか。まだあんのかな。まだあるっぽい。じゃん。あるじゃん。Abdominal notes. Please have the dolphin cry of the trident repaired. なんか壊れて、さっきのが修理中ですよと。で、also make sure to replace the barometer. それも直しとけよと。直すっていうか変えとけよと。
These instruments are incredible and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I've definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naught's secrets get the best of him.
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
もとも
I
と
have
魔
no
法っ
way
て
to
言い張
explain
っ
why
て
we
たっ
don't
て
catch
い
it.
う話
But
です
we're not
ね。
responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.
はい、で、それを報告しに行くと。
Now our priority is to discover what this great purification is.
そうか、そのなんか浄化作戦とかいうやつを何年か危ねコマンド間違えて発砲するとかいうクソ危険だ。はい、でやってきまして、そのピュアリフィケーションって何やねんっていう話を確かめようと。また探せって話して、部屋とかになんかあるない。そしたら上かな。よいしょ。おお、びっくりしたわ。クリーはい、いきなり襲いかかってくるとかいうこのストロン、おお、いいよ、さげなもの。 ちゃう。じゃあどうも、他は普通で、書類的なサムシングが欲しいけども、はい、あれにした。Message from the Inquisitor Bishop Domitius さっきですか。Purification of the notes will begin as soon as those we have in our jails will have 捕まえた連中の告白なんだっけ供述まあなんか吐いたら
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
で、マザーカーディナルに報告しに行きましょうっていうところで、ちょっと後ろに予定があるので今日はこの辺で一旦止めます。まあパート分けるか分けないかはちょっと分かんないですけどもってことでオツです。はい、で、そう、提督じゃなくてこのカーディナルの側近か、そうかこいつに報告と。
Yes.
Speak about the note investigation. ノーツの調査につ
I would
い
like
て
to have
と
an。audience with the Mother Cardinal to discuss the discoveries made during our investigation.
What is this about, Domitius?
Well, I don't rightly know.
Speak of the theory of the old luminous、この教団みたいなやつらの、理屈を話すのと起こった出来事を話すのと、in the reserve リザーブって予約わかんないな。なんか発見したことを話すっていうか明かすのと、なんか港での襲撃がどうのこうのと、上から行ってきますかね。まずはその教団の狙い
You
み
see,
たいな。
Eminence, Bishop Domitius has brought to my ears his order's accusations concerning the Nauts. According to him, they practice a religion close to those of the natives and use a nature-drawn magic.
そう魔
They
法使ってるよ
would
みたいな
also be
話ですね。
implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the Malachor.
That is an extremely serious accusation.
Effectively, considering the accusation is founded on no proof other than the Nauts' tradition of secrecy. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme actions, risking the fragile peace of the island.
で起きたことを話す。
The Ordo Luminis captured several Nauts, locked them in jails rented to them by the Coin Guard. They were tortured with the singular goal of forcing them to admit heresy. They obtained nothing. If I had not intervened, these men would be dead.
Is this true, Domitius?
Some of our brothers undoubtedly misinterpreted the evil. I would have never allowed such a plan.
These Nauts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony.
で、倉庫で見つけたものを話すのか。ノーツの秘密を明かすみたいな話になりそうだからちょっと避けておきつつ、港での出来事。
I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack, a great purification. They were signed by you, Father, and included a contract where you enlisted the assistance of the Coin Guard to attack every Naut building and make prisoner of every one of their men that could be taken alive.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
The Nauts are not believers. We should not be dependent on heretics.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. How could we not be dependent on the Nauts? I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I will decide at a later time their fate. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after the Nauts.
カーディナルはそんなになんか
Without you, this city
他
would
の
now be
や
drowning
つら
in
も同じ
chaos.
宗教にしてやるぜみたいな感じではなさそうな。
His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will tell him, Your Eminence. Until we meet again.
はい。で、いい感じになりましたよと。で、で、提督に解決しましたよと報告をする。で、提督のもとにやってきまして報告。
Desarde, what can I do for you?
Speak about the Telem-extremists 過激派とのうんぬんかん衝突について。
I've settled the problem in San Mateos. Several of your men were imprisoned by the Ordo Luminous. The misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. They should no longer be a threat to you. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your tradition of secrecy.
The secrets. They often cut both ways. Therefore, I'm going to reveal to you another. We discovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies, we transported some lords, men, and merchandise. They began to colonize the island. The lords revealed themselves to possess a tyrannical nature and began to exploit the lands with a deadly passion. Their actions provoked a revolt of the natives, but also the very workers and craftsmen they had brought with them. The magic of the natives of Tir Freddy was awoken. Beasts came out of the woods and destroyed the new cities. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were
商会が
enormous.
手を出すまでは別にそんな魔法も使われてなかったっていう感じなんですかね。
Your princes paid us well to keep their secret. They continued to make the occasional expedition. You are, in fact, a product of one of them.
One of
What are you
them.
saying?
You must have had your doubts. You are the child of a native.
あ、でネイティブ、島の人間だったよと、主人公も。
The child of an islander. But I know who my mother is, and
I understand how difficult this is to hear. And I wouldn't know why your family has kept this from you all this time. In the end, we decided to sell the secret location of the island to other nations. The congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. And here you are again. I am sorry for the shock I have caused you. You asked me for the truth, and now you have it. Anything else?
で、このコンスタンティン
I
に
need
そ
to
れ
be
を
going.
報告と。
Until we meet again, Admiral. I
そう
can't
だ
believe it.
あ
That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go and see him.
I am sorry. I promise you that I knew nothing of it. And as far as I'm concerned, this changes nothing. I will keep watching over you.
ああ、いいですね。なんかカードはね、そんなの関係ないぜとか言いつつも、主人公的にはまあ気になるというか大事なポイントだと。で、この辺はまだ、まああと、結構まだ1周目っていうか普通にプレイした時にやった範囲なんで、そういやそうだったなっていう感じで、まあだから、このね、オノオルメナウイみたいな顔に印がついてたわけですねと。
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict?
で、コンスタンティンがなんかチェックを受けてて、
Constantine, is this your blood? Constantine, answer me.
血が黒いってことは、あれか、マリコールに
Is a chance
か
that
か
if
っ
there's an
てる
error, it might be
っぽい。
something else.
I'm going to die. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that can't be dealt with later.
But please, please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story, believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother came from the island and was brought back. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
your dear cousin? No. All the lies we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told that I'm the spitting image of my dead father lost during an expedition. God, I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my dear cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day.
コンスタンティンが結構なんかいいキャラしてますよね。この自分が相当やばいっていう時に今の秘密を打ち明けられて変わらんよみたいな。でなんか不穏な。
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell me.
Silence! We have little time, none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary, definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No. We must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where to find your conspirators?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off the heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now.
はい、ってことでなんかクーデター起きてマジやばいみたいな感じで、なんかいろいろあれかな、大使とかを助けたりなんだったりして、まあ他のやつをポコっていこうと。まあシオラで入れていきましょう。
We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Morange.
We must hurry before the guard can act.
先生とモランジュ教を助けると。で、セラーって地下室なんかあったっけ。地下室とかだと、おいおいはいます。で、そうアップデートっていうかプレステ5に対応するアップデートが海外で出てて、で日本の PS ストアだとそれが見当たんなかったんですけど、今このL2 とかのそのフューリー出す時のL2 のトリガーの重さがちょっと変わるやつが PS5 の機能でちゃんと反映されてるっぽいので、もしかしたらアップデがストアには入ってないけど勝手に反映されてるのかなっていう感じですね。そして荷物が重くなってしまうという、まずこっちですげえめちゃくちゃのんきに掃除してるけども、こっちあれか、なんかなんちゃら大臣みたいな最初のクエスト。
The Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them. Come now. We'll take you somewhere safe.
I'll follow you.
で先生拾いまして、なんか上か、これはちょっとローアーだから、まず上の階でコンスタンティンのアドバイザーってなんぞ。うわびっくりした。狭いところだとこの体験がまとめてかれていいですね。よいしょ。でこっちを
Lord de Cossillon, the Coin Guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So they have finally done it.
じゃあ違う、さっきの先生じゃねえか。さっきの普通に大臣か。
It was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all of this. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
で合流しまして、そしたら下の階のアドバイザーはこっちなんでってことで行きます。おびっくり。よいしょ。やっぱ体験が強いね。いった。結構いいですよ。よいしょ。なんかアクションゲー、どうタッチだろうな、なんか結構直剣とかスピード系の方が好きかなと思いつつも、ゲーム系っていうか普通ゲームか、なんだかんだで重量武器になりがちな感じがありますよねと。はい、また敵がいる。はい、かばってる。気持ちいい。強い。危ない。でこっちから下り階段で地下に行くと、もうね、なんかいろいろ物拾ってると装備品とかそこまで持ってなくても意外と重量型になっちゃったりしちゃってと。さて敵はおらんけ敵おるー。 そうこというか、まあ書斎みたいな感じだもん。ほんで、ここ
We've
が
reached the
地
cellar.
下室。
It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine,
セラ
promise me
そう
that you'll
そうか
stay
な。
here until we secure the city.
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my quarters like some broken old maid.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone sick who is dear to me, and the city wouldn't survive your loss.
You have such a way with words. Very well. I promise to stay here, obediently awaiting your
血
return.
色が悪いですね。
And cousin? Watch out for yourself. You were dear to me as well.
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend.
動き
I
が
will
激しすぎる。
never forget what you've done for me.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
はい。で、あとガバナー、他のこっち大使的なやつかな。こっちに来てる他の人間にも警告をしてあげましょうと。はい。